Okay, live on Facebook. Yes, let's do it. And here's the description. And then copy, and then paste. Share to your group. League of Badass Butterflies. Let's do it. It is on. Okay, here we go. We've got some lovely friends joining us today. Let's see. Here we go. And let's get this. Yes, got it. Thank you, Zoom. Let's get this pinned and let's make Rebecca my trusty co-host. Hello there, Rebecca. Yes, make Rebecca my co-host. Okay, so everyone, it is so hot in my apartment. I got my air conditioner arrived yesterday, but I have not set it up yet. Like, I hope I get it set up before the summer ends. Oh, I could just imagine seeing my my little air conditioner sitting in its box for the next several weeks. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Yes, we are going to close that. We're going to turn the volume down so that I can focus. And all right, everyone. All right, let's get this party started. Who's ready? Let's start this off on the right foot tomorrow. So y'all, this is such an important portal that we're in right now. We started with the new moon in Gemini. And do you realize that tomorrow is the summer solstice? Like, can you believe Crystalline is like so badass? She's like, let's do a challenge. Let's all decide to become spiritual life coaches between the new moon in Gemini, the summer solstice, and the sun's movement into the sign of Cancer, where like all of the deepest self is allowed to rise. So, hey, if you're saying yes to this expansion, type it into the comments, okay? Both on Facebook and on Zoom. And let's get this started. I see we've got our chats already rolling in. Woohoo! Hi, everybody. Excellent, very good. And let me actually, hold on, I see y'all on Facebook. If you're watching live, please type in #live. And if you are watching the replay, type in replay. If you can hear my voice right now, we're live. Just kidding. You guys, we have so much good stuff to cover today. I'm going to dive right in because, let's try to actually get to the right spot. Did I put the right, okay, did I put the right, I hope I put the right description in because I think I copied the wrong description. I think I put yesterday's description on Facebook and I cannot see. Yes, I put the right one. Who's going to trust you to work with them? Who do you want to work with? That's our theme for today. So let's get started, everybody. Welcome to the session. My name is Crystalline Bell. I am a master spiritual life coach and a worthiness advocate for women. I help magical women with hard-earned wisdom. And yesterday, if you did the session and you did the home fun from last night, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say hard-earned wisdom. That means wisdom that you earned by going through tough life lessons, okay? So if that is you, I help you become a certified spiritual life coach, where we take that difficulty, those challenges, those obstacles that you've overcome, and we turn them into gold. I help you take your experiences and create signature programs that will help other people who are maybe suffering from the same things or something similar. Either way, you help them overcome those difficulties, okay? And I help you build out your entire divine coaching business. It is very exciting for me. So yay, let's go. I want to thank you for joining me here for these past several days. We're on day 3 already. We've done a lot of work. We've covered a lot of ground. And even though I am giving you so much information, okay, there is still so much more that needs to be done. We've really only just scratched the surface, and that's okay. You know, I'm perfectly happy to scratch the surface for a moment, but then at some point we have to go all in. We have to take the deep dive. We have to take the plunge. We have to take the leap of faith. And that's what's coming up very soon. So let's see. Let's see, I'm looking at my notes. Yes, okay. If your goal is going to be to leave your 9-to-5 job, right? So to shift from the system of working for somebody else and going instead into your own business where you are relying on yourself to bring in your income, all right, to support your family, your dreams, your lifestyle, all right, then becoming a certified spiritual life coach is an excellent choice. Now, I know that your first reason for becoming a spiritual life coach has absolutely nothing to do with money. I know that, okay? But it doesn't mean that money and business aren't an important part of that purpose. We know that your purpose is to be of service to the divine. We know that your purpose is to help other people who are in pain. But we also know that your purpose is to succeed, to thrive, to expand, to live up to your greatest potential, to at least strive for your greatest potential, and to have some level of success. Well, in order to do that, you have to give yourself a fighting chance. We are starting the process with boot camp. We're on day 3, but you have to continue. That's in the future. And the future is now, let's be honest. So look, I've been thinking about something, y'all, and I'm actually reaching for my water, which is behind. I brought the whole pitcher today, okay? My whole pitcher of lemon water, freshly done. This pitcher is exactly 2 liters. 2 liters, and it feels so good to have a big old giant pitcher, but it is actually quite heavy, and it is very lemony. But my lemons weren't very lemony today. So look, I've been thinking about something very seriously, and I want to make an announcement now so that you can start preparing yourself for the very near future, because there is a call to action that I am going to be asking you to make in the next day, in the next 24 hours, but actually I'm delivering it now. So here's your first opportunity to get on board this train. Now, over this summer, I have really big plans, and these are plans for my personal life. And so that means my business is going to relax a little bit. I'm not going to be taking on as many people as I normally do. I usually try to take on, 4 to 8 people per month. Well, for right now, I'm looking to take on 4 people who are able to come into my Divine Coaching Coterie program. So if you want an efficient sisterhood that is intimate, and you want to work with me in a small group in weekly meetings, then I want to invite you to book yourself in for a Divine Business Strategy call right away. Rebecca, can you put the strategy call link both on Zoom and Facebook? This strategy call is an opportunity for you and I to talk about what it is you want for yourself in your coaching business and how I can help you. All right. And again, I normally don't do this until tomorrow. But I'm feeling a sense, there's a little bit of an awakening that's happening inside me about the nature of reality for me over the next few months, which means that rather than being my normal, expansive, let's do this, everybody self, I'm very much in I've only got so much time to give. I want to be focused. I don't like to spread myself thin. I want to focus on 4 people to enroll in my program right now, okay? I can feel that this is the summer solstice energy, by the way. This is an activation period, and it ignites the inner fire. So my inner fire is very much about setting us all up for success and understanding that this is a thing, right? So I want to reach out to you and to those of you who are taking this seriously and you are ready to say yes to the next step, right? So up until today, you have been saying yes to your dreams. You've been saying yes with your mouth, right? You've been typing it. You've been feeling it. You've been focusing on it because this is the work that I've been having you do. It's very much about focusing. The work has also been about generating feelings and emotions inside of you. And you've also been doing such a beautiful job of taking action through the boot camp. And we still have 2 more sessions to go after today, and that's exciting. So we keep saying yes, but now we need to step more profoundly into this desire. And now is the time to start claiming it, okay? If you want to be certified with your business functioning by this time next year, then you have to start now, okay? If you want to be seeing clients, making videos, writing blogs, sharing messages of love, helping people heal, being a channel for the divine, and living in your purpose, then you have to make a leap of faith and start the process in a real way. And this is not going to happen by osmosis. So my certification program that I'm inviting you into, and I will be talking about it in detail tomorrow, because you need to know, you need to see how, and even me showing you the program is going to show you how you need to get your business set up. So my program came to me through the divine. It was divinely channeled, and it was so exciting to channel this program. But in order to be a beautiful channel for the divine, I had to go through my own obstacles and challenges as a coach. So it's not like I just woke up and was like, oh, I want to be a coach and I want to mentor people. Here's the program. It was just channeled. Woohoo, I'm done, right? Did my job. It was so easy. No, it didn't go like that at all, okay? I went through several coaching programs. I have literally invested over $100,000 in my own education just to learn how to be a really good coach and how to set up my business. I've invested in programs to learn how to run ads, programs to help me write the right content, programs to help me make videos, you know, how to build my website, how to create the program, and all these things that I'm offering. All that stuff I've learned how to do, how to change my mindset, how to create, you know, how to create transformation, how to do Reiki, how to create healing, how to create expansion, all the things, okay? So I brought together everything that I learned from those programs that had value, and all the crap I left out, because there was some crap in some of the programs. There was stuff that was just fluff, and I don't know what those coaches were thinking, but I brought all the best and put it into my own program. So the result is that it's a beautifully balanced program that teaches you both how to be a coach. So it certifies you as a coach, and it teaches you how to build your business so that you are a coach with clients, okay? Not a coach without any clients and who's calling herself a coach. Who are you coaching right now? Nobody. Don't know how to get a client. Okay, that's not helpful, all right? So that's what I'm inviting you into. If you're ready to get certified and to start your own business, then book yourself in for that divine business strategy call now. Book it now, because what notoriously happens is I will have 25 calls this week. Okay, between this week and next week, I will have 25 coaching calls. And when the program fills up, it's going to be full, which is why I'm giving you advanced warning. So again, if you're serious about this, go ahead and book yourself in, okay? Now, during the strategy call, I'm going to listen to your vision about your divine coaching business. What do you want? All right. And today in the program, I'm helping you build out that vision. So you'll be able to talk more clearly to me about it after today's session, okay? But I know you already know what you want anyway. It's not like I'm looking for a perfectly clear vision from you, not at all. We do that together through the program, but you know what it is you want to do. You know what you feel called to do. You know who you want to help, at least a little bit, right? So I'm going to listen for that. It's my job to understand what you want to create, and it's my job to help you create it. So I'm going to listen, and Spirit is going to guide me on how I can help you. And then I'm going to present my offer to you. And if you like what I have to say about my offer, right? If it looks good, if you like what I'm teaching and what I'm inviting you to, then I'm going to actually invite you to enroll in my Divine Coaching Coterie. And this is a powerful small group of badasses who meets with me every week so that you can get your certification and I would help you build your businesses. It's very hands-on, it's very intimate. And the benefit of working this way is that you get intimate support by me, okay? So we're meeting each week, and you get the benefit of my eyes on your material as you go. This is something that's lacking in most coaching programs. Most teachers are like, they have no clue like what people are creating. They're just teaching you what to do, and they're expecting you to apply it. For me, it's not working that way. I look at everything. I'm like, this doesn't work. This works. This looks good. Let's make this deeper. Let's make this better. It's very challenging, but it's also really powerful. It's going to make you a professional. It's going to make you feel like a pro. Once you're done with it, you're not going to be the same person you were when you began the program. You step into your power. You're being taught by a master. I'm a master. That's my job. That's what I work for. The sessions are very activating. They're very aligning. And also keep in mind, this is a rare opportunity. I will not be working like this for very long. My business is growing. And in order to work like this with me, the financial investment will be higher in the next year. And in the year after that, it will not be available because it will be probably too cost prohibitive in order to work with me. This is just my expansion. This is what I've called in for myself. And guess what? It works. You know, when you do the work, when you call it in, when you embody the mindset of expansion, you expand, and this is what happens. So I'm letting you all know right now, and again, giving you this opportunity. All right. And again, tomorrow I'm going to lay out the program in detail. Now, I want to know from you all how you did with the home fun last night. Okay. Yesterday's home fun was not easy, by the way. Sorry, I cannot find the comments. So let me just, there they are. Okay. Hey, Ju. Hi, Tamikia. Nice to see you. The home fun, how did you all find the home fun last night? That's the question I need to actually ask you. Was it easy for you? Who found the theme for their pain of those 3 wounded healer stories? Please write down in the chat if you were able to find the theme of the pain. And I see that we have Marlena here, and Michelle, and Sarah, and Tina. Okay, wait, I see Tina's otter, but I don't see Tina. But Tina, that might be you. You might be the Zoom user. I'm not sure. I have a Zoom user. Zoom user, would you like to reveal to yourself to me? That would be great if you did. In the meantime, y'all, okay, Marlena said, it is definitely no fun, but it got me thinking, and I had a few aha moments. Excellent. Very good. I'm so glad. That's very, very funny, but I totally get it. Like, the work you did yesterday was painful, but it was painful, but also awakening and useful and helpful. That's what I imagine. And my Zoom user says self-worth. Totally get that. And I'm checking over here on Facebook. If you all want to share, I've got you here as well, okay? All right. So let me double check something, because apparently Crystalline pasted and repasted and repasted some weird notes over and over and over again. Actually, it's not me. Something is just weird with my computer's acting up right now. That's very strange. So forgive me, you all. I want to just make sure I cover my notes. So, all right. So we've been working with the Divine Feminine for the last 2 days. We had the Divine Feminine gifts of magic. Then we went into the Divine Feminine gifts of painful experience. Today, we're going to do more work with the Divine Feminine, but you know what? Every lady needs a man. Our untamed Divine Feminine lady needs her Divine Masculine man to bring structure, logic, and organization so that her wild life force energy can be born into the world in a form that people can actually understand and use. So let me give you an example. A book begins as an idea. How many of you have had an idea to write a book, right? I've had so many ideas to write so many different books, and I've not written any of them. I've started them, but I've not written them because I don't have that kind of divine masculine structure to help me actually bring an idea down into a book. Can I do a blog? Yes. Can I do an ebook? Absolutely. I've written 25 ebooks, okay? But can I do a book that's going to get published with a cover? No, that's not my thing yet. Not there, but getting there. All right. A book is not a book if it stays in your head, which is the realm of the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine is the idea of the book. The Divine Masculine is the work that goes into writing the book and the book coming out and then being published. Action, 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 materialization. That is the realm of the masculine. If you want that book to be born, you got to structure it, organize it, write it, okay? You need both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine to come together to give birth to a baby, all right? So it's the same thing for your divine coaching business. Don't get fooled into thinking that all you need is spiritual connection to create, build, and run your business. That is false, and you will not succeed. You need both, okay? That is a myth that spirit is going to just bring you clients and you can just be in your woo-woo and the universe will take care of you. Yes, the universe is going to take care of you to the level that you, of your mindset, okay? If you have a mindset that says, the universe is going to bring me all the money and the clients that I need, and all I have to do is just sit here and then that will work for you. But most of us are not functioning at that level. Most of us are functioning at the level where we have some internal beliefs and mindsets that say, I got to think, I got to dream, and I have to take some actions. I got to do a little work. Okay. That's the basic mindset we have. And I work with that mindset. I like to make sure that my mindset is clear. I don't have a mindset that says I have to work really, really hard and prove myself. That is not the right mindset. Okay. I have a mindset that says I do work. It is well received. I am well paid. It is that simple. It works very well. I would want you to have a beautiful mindset like that, that is easy and relaxed and allows you to do work and feel good, because it does feel good to work, but that also allows you to receive the wonderful rewards that come from creating something of great value. Okay. So Spirit is going to deliver you concepts, ideas, and visions. Okay. Spirit is the source of energy. It is the source of ideas, concepts, visions. But you have to make it manifest in the world. You have to do the work, okay? All the wishes in the world. I am focused on the book. The book is going to materialize right here. Now you probably got to do some writing, right? So today we are going to tap into the vision of your divine coaching business. And the vision, as I've said, is super feminine. Okay. It's an idea, it's a concept, it's a dream, it's an ambition. Now, if you want to see it truly born into the world, you must insert the divine masculine into the equation so that the spark of conception is created. Okay. And then you must do the work necessary to build and eventually birth your baby business. Okay. Oh my gosh, I am so thrown off. My little thing, my computer is acting so weird right now. It's just, I've never seen this before. And it ain't even Mercury retrograde. Okay, so let me find my next thing I need to show you. Okay, here we go. All right, so if your divine coaching business blueprint is the vision, and it's the divine feminine at work, how do you integrate the divine masculine? So how do we bring structure, organization, form, and action, right? Well, we need the blueprint, and that's where you're going to articulate the vision, and you're going to pictorially demonstrate it. So we actually are going to give you a blueprint today that you all are going to be filling in, and you have to create the roadmap that will tell you all the steps you need to do to create the vision that is outlined in the blueprint. Okay, so our work today is to complete your vision and create your blueprint, and then tomorrow we'll add the missing piece of the puzzle by bringing in the roadmap. And with the roadmap, we're going to lay out all the steps and the creative path to making it real. All right. This is incredible what my computer is doing right now. My God, it's incredible. All right. So let me check in with you all and let's get started. Sarah, thank you for that feedback. Humiliation and rejection seems to be common for me. Beautiful, beautiful work on that theme, darling. Sarah also says, oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, I've got two Sarahs. I've got two Sarahs. My other Sarah here on Zoom says rejection is the issue. And then, of course, our Zoom user, who is a mystery to me, says self-worth is the theme that came up. Beautiful, you all. Great work. Really important. You know, what can I say? All right. So you all need all of your workbooks today, workbooks 1 and 2. And we're going to be writing in workbook 3. All right. So you all can start opening those up, please. So far in the challenge, we started exploring the nature of the divine feminine, and we saw how the goddess has granted us some really important gifts. So on Sunday, we learned about our spiritual gifts of magic, which are our unique and personal blend of woo-woo, okay? We saw that there were a lot of woo-woo styles that we can use on a regular basis, okay? And then we looked at how those woo-woo gifts can serve us every day in our lives. Now, and we saw that those gifts can also, of course, be used in our divine coaching business. And then on Monday, we made a little shift and we started to look at the dark side of the feminine, and we looked at the spiritual gifts of experience, and those were painful experiences, okay? You learned about negative emotions, and we looked at the wounded healer archetype, okay? You looked at your past painful experiences, you did the home fun, and last night you found the theme of that's running through your life and the pain. Now, today, our work is going to involve a little bit of copying and pasting. So let's get the workbook number 3 opened up. I'm going to do that here. I will share my screen. Oh, it's Casey. Oh, Casey, your first time using Zoom. What? I am so excited that this is your first time using Zoom and it's here with us in this environment. Welcome to Zoom, and this is very cool. All right, I don't think that's shared properly because it's not green. So let me end this share and then redo it because my computer is misbehaving. Okay, that's better. I think it probably was working just fine before, but now it seems that it's working well. Okay, so we are in the day 3 workbook, and you are also going to need days 1 and 2. So look, y'all, I'm not going to share days 1 and 2 because it'll be too much on my screen to try to show you everything. So try to follow along as best as you can. Yes, there we go. I have them open, but I'm sharing just the day 3 workbook. I hope that works okay. Maybe I will try to share. Hold on, let's see. Okay, let me try it this way. I'm going to stop the share, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to share. Yes, I'll do it like this. This one and this one. Okay, this one and this one. Share. Okay, so right now you should be seeing day 3 and this is day 2, and here's day 1. Okay, so that's what we want. All right, so let me tell you where to start here. And actually, I think I can make these smaller on my screen, and that would make it easier. Okay, my friends, here we go. And for this, I definitely need my notes. All right, the teaching. Here we go. All right. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is open up our day 3 workbook, and we're going to jump down to where everything starts, right? So we get past the manifesto, we get past our main affirmation, and then we go into our drafting board, right? So this is your blueprint. You're an architect. You're designing your divine coaching business, okay? So what we're going to do is copy and paste your work from day 1. And you can always add more if you feel like it, right? So, oh my goodness. So let's on day one's workbook, please open up to page 7 in day one workbook. All right, so this is the day one workbook, and we're using the numbers over to the left. Down at the bottom here, we're using the little sideboard. We're going down to page 7. And at the bottom of page 7, this is where you wrote out your top, this is in the way. There we go. This is where you wrote out your top 3 spiritual gifts of magic. So what I want you to do is copy and paste the top 3 spiritual gifts of magic into the day 3 workbook in the top section on page 4. And don't close the day 1 workbook yet, okay? So you're going to copy, oh my God. How do I do it? Like this? Okay, make this smaller, I think. Sorry, y'all. I'm just having a hard time seeing everything I need to see. Okay, here we go. Maybe this is better. Yeah, this is better. Does not need to be so big. All right. So, oh, geez. What did I do? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm having technology issues right now. All right. So you're going to write these 3 things. You're going to copy and paste them here. Okay. Then you're going to go back to day 1 and you're going to turn to page 8. All right. So page 8, let me show you here. On page 8, this is where you wrote down how your magic serves you. Okay, how your magic serves you. So using that page as a reference, in the day 3 workbook at the bottom, you're going to just pause a moment and you're going to imagine. And I'm going to give you 1 minute to write down how you're going to use your spiritual gifts of magic in your divine coaching business. You've already come up with this. If you've already written it down on day 1, then go ahead and, if you've already written it down on day 1, then just copy it down, you know, if it's somewhere in here. If not, just imagine. So I'm setting the timer for 1 minute. Yes, 1 minute here. Go ahead and write down how your spiritual gifts of magic are going to serve you in your divine coaching business. Now, I'm going to just give you a little bit of, insight. You could use your magic in one-on-one session with your clients. So like using your intuition to channel the most effective ways to help someone change their limiting beliefs. Or maybe you'll do it with a group of clients, okay, to deal with grief. Maybe you're going to do some grief coaching or counseling with a group of people, and you're going to use empathy to help them release and transform their pain. All right. Or maybe you can see yourself using your writing skills to write blogs that inspire and motivate your audience to take action on their dreams. So just writing that down. Okay. So for right now, we are done with page 1. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry, with book 1. We're done with book 1, and we're going to go into book 2. All right, so this is the day 2 workbook. And we're going to go to page 7, where you wrote out your first wounded healer story. So I'm going to jump all the way down here to page 7. And hold on 1 second. Do I have that right? Where did you write out your first wounded healer story? Oh, sorry, guys. I think I have that wrong here. Okay, this is, yes, okay, got it. So in day 2's workbook, you're actually going to go to page 8, where you are going to write out where you've already written out your first wounded healer story. Okay. And in book 3, workbook 3, you're going to go to page 5. All right. So page 5 in book 3. Okay. And this is where you're going to write a 1-line summary of your first wounded healer story. All right. So in workbook 2, you've got this whole story that you wrote about adulthood. You're going to summarize that, just a quick summary for you to understand what that is. Okay. You're going to write that summary here on line 1 on page 5 in book 3. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do that for all 3 of the stories. And keep in mind that you can always go back and finish these, but you're going to do the same thing. You're going to summarize adulthood and write that on line 1. You're then going to summarize adolescence, and then you're going to write that on line 2. And then you're going to summarize childhood and then write that on line 3. Okay, so you all just take your time. You've got 2 whole minutes to get that done. And I'm just going to have a little chatter here for you in the background. Hopefully I'm not distracting you all too much. But I am going to take a peek here on Facebook and see if there are any notes for me, if anybody has any feedback for me. All right. And let's see. Checking also the chats here on Zoom to see if there's any feedback coming in here. Very good. We are all up to date. And these wounded healer stories are really, really powerful because keeping in mind, this is how people are going to relate to you. This is how you're going to draw in the people who are going through pain that you understand. And that leads me into the next thing that you have to do after you've done your summary. And our 2 minutes are up already, y'all. 2 minutes goes quickly when you're having fun. The next thing that you're going to do is, hold on. Yeah. Go to page 11. Let's see, here we go. Workbook number 2. Right. So you've gone through pages 8, 9, 10, and 8, 9, and 10 in the day 2 workbook. And now we're going to hop into page 11, where you looked at the themes and the lessons from your experience. And you are simply going to go into day 3. I'm sorry, day 3 workbook. And here on page 5, you're going to enter the pain point theme that you discovered. So both are Sarah's discovered rejection, and with one addition of humiliation. So whatever it is you all found for your main theme, just pop that in there. And lastly, what I want you to do is in this day 3 workbook, I want you to take a few moments, and I'm going to give you another minute to do this, because this is something, I'm giving you a minute now, but I really want you to come back to this section and put more energy and effort into it. But under this section of the blueprint that says the lessons, sub-themes, and patterns that seem to be a part of your pain and trauma experiences, I want you to write a little bit more here. I'm going to give you just 1 minute right now. Timer is set. Excuse me. So just write out a summary of any themes or lessons that are coming up for you. It's okay if they're not complete sentences. It can just be some keywords, maybe some images that are coming up for you. This is just really important for you understanding yourself as a life coach, as a healer, and as a soul who has come to earth to heal herself, but who also has a calling to heal others. These lessons, sub-themes, and patterns are really significant for you because it's showing the pattern of your life. Like all of our lives have a theme. Like every good movie has a theme. All of our lives have a theme. And what we're doing is tapping into that theme so that we can uplift it and expand it. All those positive themes we want to uplift and expand. But any limiting or negative theme, we want to overcome and conquer and heal, repair. So this is a great exercise for helping you become aware of that. All right? Okay. Did that. Boom, I'm just making my way down my list. So I do want to check in and just ask you all, if you have any questions about any of this, please type your questions into the chat. If you're confused, you can also, if you're on Zoom, you can raise your hand. You're welcome to do that. But just let me know if you have any issues, okay? Now, yesterday you discovered your spiritual gifts of experience. And let me actually make sure I've got this open to book 3. Yeah. All right. So you discovered your spiritual gifts of experience, and you looked at your wounded healer stories, and you explored those themes of pain. And you now have a documentation of what you have gone through. This is really important to understand. So if you have done this work diligently, and I know some of you have, thank you very much for doing this work diligently. You know how universities grant experience and give credit to adults who are going back to school? They look at life experience. Well, that's really important to acknowledge because it's a formal recognition of the power of experience. What you have gone through matters. So these stories from your past are giving authority to you as a coach. And of course, you still have more work to do so that you can take those lessons that you've learned and turn them into your own coaching program. But at least you are already in the zone. This is why this boot camp is so important. You are in the zone, opening up, looking at things, and we are building momentum. We're doing this at the summer solstice, at the new moon in Gemini, and the sun's movement from Gemini into Cancer. It's very, very powerful. Now, your program that you create eventually is the way that you're actually going to help your ideal client transform. Now, this is why you need your roadmap, so that you don't leave out this important step, right? You need a program to help your clients transform. So let's take a look now at how your theme can help people transform, all right? So let's discover your ideal client archetype. All right, now I'm gonna blow my nose because my allergies are acting up. We've got a lot of wind, so let me pause for a moment and mute. Okay, I think that's better. So your ideal client archetype is a broad but very serious understanding of who you are naturally qualified to help based on your spiritual gifts of experience, okay? Once you identify this person, you are going to find that you naturally attract them to you because you all have a frequency that is similar at the level of the pain point. And that is good because you are the one to help your client when they are in pain. That's when they're going to reach out. They're going to feel out for somebody who knows their frequency. They are going to find you and you are going to have a solution. This is so fucking cool. I cannot even tell you how good it feels when somebody is in pain and you can say, girl, I know what you are going through. Oh, I feel that. This is going to help you change your life. I know exactly how to overcome that. It is so rewarding and gratifying to have done the work to explore the pain point and then to build the program and then to offer that program. And then the client goes into it. My client last Friday, at the end of the session, she wrote me back and she said, do you realize how good you are at the work you do? And girl, I did not say to her, yes, I fucking realize how good I am. I didn't say that because nobody gets it. Like, you will say the same thing too, because when you are doing this work and you are watching people transform and you're watching light bulbs go off in, over people's heads, like ping, ping, ping. And they're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then they go back. This particular client, who was, when she came to me, she was so contracted. And within 6 weeks, only 6 weeks, she created an additional $10,000 worth of income per month for herself, just in doing some basic mindset shifts, the mindset shifts, okay, that's in the realm of the feminine, and then she took action on them. But in order to get those mindset shifts, she needed to get talked out of her old mindset. Let me get back on track, but it is so freaking exciting to watch people like awaken like this, y'all. It is exciting, and this is what you've signed up for, so I hope you're excited, okay? Right. So knowing your ideal client is another cornerstone of establishing your divine coaching business. So what we need is going to be, let's see, what do we need? Okay. Let's look at that's page 5. Let's go to page 6. All right, so let's go to page 6 in workbook 3. All right. There are 4 questions you need to ask yourself about your theme, and they are written on in this workbook. Okay. So we are trying to discover who your ideal client archetype is. So the person who is going to love working with you and who needs you, what is going on inside of them? All right. So the first question you have to answer is, what is the primary belief that people have that contribute to my theme? So if your theme is unworthiness, what is the primary belief that people have that contribute to that? The simple answer is, I am unworthy. But it could also be something like, I'm not good enough, or I am not qualified enough, or I don't deserve this, okay? So what I want you to do is together, let's do this together, all right? I want you to answer each one of these questions. So what is the primary belief that people have that contribute to your theme? Answer that question in the first line here. And then as soon as you're done, type it into the comments. And let me just double check here. All right, very good. And let me check on Facebook as well. While you all are answering that, I'm just doing a little check-in. I lost the thread. Here we go. Looking for the chat. Here it is. Okay, found it. Tara is here. Oh, Tara, I'm so glad. I'm glad that you came. Thank you so much for doing that. And Rebecca, why don't you send those, send the link to download the workbooks to Tara's, send her a DM as well. Okay, sweetheart, just to make sure she gets that. Okay, very good. And you all, I would love to know what that primary belief is. So kindly in the chat, please type in, just copy and paste it for me, or write it down, type it in there for me. Now, the next question is, what is the primary thought or attitude that people have that support and give evidence of my theme? So, and let me say it again. What is the primary thought or the primary attitude that people have that support or give evidence of my theme? All right. So, for my theme of unworthiness, subconsciously, or the primary attitude that people have is, the world is against me. I'm not good enough. I am not appreciated in the world. So that's kind of the attitude that people walk around with, right? So the belief might be, I don't deserve, and the attitude might be, no one appreciates me, right? So you have to identify what that primary attitude or that kind of thought that's always going through the mind of the person. Now, keep in mind that you and your ideal client at this point are a lot alike. So you can use yourself as the model for this, all right? So go ahead, take a moment and write down the primary thought or attitude and pop it into the chat for me once you've gotten it. And also keep in mind that life shows you your primary attitude toward life, okay? It can show up as self-sabotage, but the world is always reflecting that primary belief of whatever your theme is. In my case, unworthiness. In the Sarah's cases, rejection, right? So what is the primary thought or attitude that these people have that give evidence of their rejection? You know, nobody invited me to the party. One of the ladies at my office threw a party and nobody invited me. That's a form of rejection. I walked into the restaurant and the maitre d', the host, walked right past me to people behind me like I didn't even exist, okay? That is also a form that can feel like rejection. And of course, there are real cases where literally I approached someone that I liked, and he said no to me. That is, literal rejection. But we're looking more for that kind of underlying attitude and primary thought, like I'm going to get rejected. They're going to tell me no. They're not going to want me. I don't have anything to contribute. Okay. The next question is, what is the primary emotion that people experience that naturally follow my theme or that naturally come from my theme? And while there are an abundance of emotions that could be written here, for me, an unworthiness, the emotion is a feeling of inadequacy, right? So women who are living the theme of unworthiness have this kind of underlying feeling of not being enough. There's always, they've never done enough. They're constantly doing more, because inadequacy is, the unworthiness is there, and there's this kind of nagging emotion of I've not done enough. What I've done is inadequate. It's insufficient, very powerful. And once we know this, we can then answer the last question: what is the primary behavior or action that people take that naturally flows from my theme? And what I have found is that this primary behavior that I found from women who suffer from unworthiness is shrinking or contracting. They shrink away from opportunities that call to them. They whether it's speaking up at meetings or approaching that handsome man, following their divine purpose, these women tend to go toward the thing they desire, like, oh, I see that thing I desire, and then they shrink away when they get too close to their goal. So for you, answering this last question, kind of what are the behaviors and actions that people take that naturally flow from unworthiness or rejection or humiliation? Okay. All right. Very good. Now, thank goodness, we have gotten through this in a relatively short amount of time. All right, because we are at the end of our session, but I need you all just for a few minutes, so stick with me. All right. Let's see, hold on. I've got this weird thing that's happening. Okay. What I want you to do, right, okay, perfect. What I want you to do for your home fun, there are two things. We're still here in the day 3 workbook, y'all. So what I want you to do for home fun is to put together your blueprint. And this is, again, just more copying and pasting, all right? You're going to go up to page 1 here. Not page 1, it's page, you're going to go up to page 4. You're going to copy each one of your spiritual gifts of magic. You're going to come down here to page 7, and you're going to paste all 3 of those gifts here. You're going to go back up to page 5. You're going to copy these 3 summaries, okay? And you might have to do, because the space we have is very small, you might not be able to do the whole summary, but you can do like just a summary of the summary, or maybe a key word from the summary. You'll come back down here. Oh, we gave you 2 lines. Rebecca is so freaking clever. Can everybody give Rebecca a shout out, because her ass is really clever at laying this out. Like, this is Rebecca who designed this really cute and adorable blueprint. I think it's really cute and adorable. Okay. But anyway, you're going to paste, copy and paste your 3 wounded healer stories here. And then you're going to copy your main pain point theme here. Copy and paste it here. Again, all of that is found here on page 5. All right. Now, you're then going to come over here and you're going to copy and paste the primary belief, the primary limiting thought, the primary negative emotion, and the primary negative behavior. That's what we just did. And then I want you to write out your divine coaching business vision. And what does that look like? What does that mean? Well, what it looks like is kind of thinking about yourself as a coach and seeing yourself in front of you, okay? You see yourself in front of you. And maybe you don't see the you of today. Maybe you see the you from a time either in one of your wounded healer stories or another time when you were suffering. If you imagined you coming to you as a coach, how would you help them? What would you do? And imagine even, okay, you can imagine working with yourself one-on-one, but I want you also to imagine yourself working with maybe 3 or 4 people in a group, right? And you're taking these 3 or 4 people through some kind of a workshop or a healing process. You get to decide. And don't worry about trying to get this right. What I want you to do is have fun. Like, how could you imagine working with these people? And that is what I want you to write down here under your divine coaching business vision, okay? And then, okay, that's your home fun, y'all. The last thing here is congratulations on completing your blueprint. And what I want you to do is to just sketch out any ideas that are coming up for you, any epiphanies, any inspirations, just jot them down here. Now, if this were my blueprint and if I had Crystal Lynn coming to me when unworthiness was at its peak, when she was very confused and she was just gotten divorced from her ex-husband, and she was trying to find love and trying to work with her family. What would be the vision of working with women like her? Well, maybe my coaching vision is having one-on-one services where I take people who have trouble and I help them set goals. I help them, visualize a better future for themselves. And then I would make a roadmap for them. Like, how are we going to get to these goals? What are your objectives, right? And then what I would do for her is look at the obstacles, like the feelings that she has, the beliefs that she has, her behaviors that are holding her back, right? That is a very powerful and valid way of working with someone. How does that feel for you to work with someone like that, right? And maybe as a group, let's say I had a whole bunch of young women who were, like, let's say that I work with women who are under 40 and divorced. How would I help these women? Well, maybe I would say, maybe I would want to work with them on 3 important parts of their lives. Finding new romance, right? So this would be a healing aspect of their old relationship and feeling better about themselves as women. Looking for a new career that would support them because they're going from having a 2-family income to having a single income and what that looks like. So maybe expanding their income earning capacity. And maybe because sometimes when you get divorced, you feel like you are physically unattractive and you feel like a failure, maybe I would put together a program that involves them re-beautifying themselves, getting in touch with their physical bodies. And these three things are what I would create as my program. And maybe I'd call it, the divorce, rebuilding after divorce program. Okay. To me, that sounds really fun. Okay. I would have so much fun putting that together. Oh my God. You guys, I love this work. Okay. That you guys might be looking at me like, Crystalline, that does not sound fun. It sounds so freaking fun to me. And it is fun. It's so fun to put together these kinds of programs. It is so badass. And my students love it. So I know you all would love it too. So this is what I mean when you write out your vision. What are your ideas on how to help people, right? And then in this little space, you're going to just write down any ideas or epiphanies that come up for you, any inspirations, like if what I just said is an inspiration, then jot it down here. All right. So tomorrow you're going to need all your workbooks. Actually, I do believe, I could be wrong. I know you need workbook number 3 tomorrow. You probably will not need workbook number 2 or 1 because we put everything in workbook number 3. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a check-in here because I want to see what you all have written for me in the chat. Okay. So just going back, and actually I'm going to stop the screen share. If there are any questions about the home fun and about the workbook, y'all just put a note in the comments. I'm coming around to check on those right now. Okay. All right. So my Zoom user says, seeking validation outside instead of inside. I'm not enough. I'm unworthy. I have to earn love and acceptance. So fucking powerful, Casey. Really powerful, really beautiful, very well articulated. I completely feel it and get it right off the bat. Excellent work. Sarah says, belief, there's no place for me in this world. Woo, that touches my inner child so deeply, Sarah. Really beautiful work. Excellent. Michelle says, rejection, forced love, giving too much of self. You know, Michelle, this sounds so powerful. I have a number of people who come to me who are dealing with rejection. And I think what you're saying here is that it's like a person they're forced to give so much, they feel forced, like if they don't overgive, then they will be rejected. And that is incredibly powerful. Let me know if I'm looking at that the right way. All right, Casey, see you later. Thoughts, people don't invite me or ignore me in conversations, even though I love them so much in a non-possessive, unconditional way. Ooh, Sarah, that is very deep. Excellent, excellent looking here. I love the depth of what is coming from you all right now. This is very, very beautiful. Emotions are loneliness and unworthiness. The behaviors are auto-censorship. Yes. Hiding, doing the chameleon. Sarah, this is very well thought through. Excellent work. There's so much that you already are showing. All of you all are showing so much. Oh, what an honor it is to be working with you here in this arena, but what an honor and what a privilege and what fun we would have working through my program together. I want to be talking to all of you. I expect to be seeing chat, discovery calls, strategy calls from all of you. Let me get on Facebook, which I've lost here. Hold on, looking for it. Here it is. Okay, Sarah on Facebook says, hold on. Sarah on Facebook says, there it is. I am unlovable as I am. I'm stuck repeating the same unconscious patterns. I am a victim of circumstance. This is really, really good. You know what I'm really, really loving? I love how you said the same unconscious patterns, okay? The unconscious patterns are the clencher, because those are the hard ones to change, y'all, all right? Those are the ones. And if you, Sarah, create a program that actually helps people change those, oh my God, look at Apollo. I just saw Apollo in the video. He just popped himself up. That is so funny. He's so cute. Very good work. But if you create that, that is so powerful to help the world change, to help people heal. Yes. Chameleon syndrome, emotional fawning. Yes. I love the chameleon syndrome, but that fawning thing, ooh, let me soothe this situation so you don't reject me. Let me soothe this situation so that I don't have to feel the pain and the humiliation. This is so excellent, excellent. I want to commend you all for, let me have some water. I want to commend you all for your great work. And I want to encourage you to say yes to your divine coaching business and getting certified as a spiritual life coach. If you're on board, give me a yes in the comments and let's wrap it up with that. You have seen the power of what you know how to create, what you can create. You see already that you have proven my point. My point is that it's already within. You have hard-earned wisdom, you have spiritual gifts of magic, you have something to offer, you have something to bring to the table. You just need to learn how to bring it with authority, and you need to learn how to make it show up. All right, you need the coaching business structure, and that's what we're looking at tomorrow in the session. So I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Brava to all my girls. Y'all did phenomenally today. Good for you. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.